Marshall Bobcat Sports Network is on the air. Game 2, tonight's doubleheader. It's the Marshall Bobcat Senior Boys and the Mountain View Yellow Jackets fixing to tip it off here. We're just moments away. We're waiting for a public address announcer, Kevin Johnson, to announce the lineups. He's one of the best arena announcers that you will hear. And these two teams coming in, both of them probably a little tired. The Bobcats, I remember many teams have played 5 games in 5 days. And Mountain View played last night against Jasper. And so both of these teams come in, having played quite a few games this week. Marshall 3-4 on the season. They finished, they played in the 3rd place game last night at the First Service Bank Tournament in Clinton. And Mountain View comes in with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. And they won their first 3 ball games before losing last night to Jasper by a score of 52-51. Mountain View has a good win over Clinton, 77-55. That was a week ago Thursday. Clinton did not have their football players at that point. They were still in the high school playoffs. But they did beat Valley Springs on November the 15th by a score of 78-52. Anytime you can beat Valley Springs, you've had a pretty good night.
Yeah.
Marshall beat Clinton Saturday by a score of 63-60 in the first round of the First Service Bank Tournament.
That was a game.
It was a good
That
game.
was a game.
Yep. As I said, they played every day this week. And they are 3-4 on the season. They were 22-11 last year. So it's been a couple of good seasons. A good season started so far for the Marshall Senior Boys.
You know what my prediction is for their conference wins? I think they'll be undefeated. I think they'll be undefeated in conference. I really do.
I was going to mention they opened conference play, I believe, on Tuesday, November 29th, after Thanksgiving. I think y'all traveled to Cedar Ridge that night.
That is going to be a tough game. The 2 teams that's going to give us a real big fight. That's going to be pretty tough. Is Cedar Ridge, and there's one more. Can't think of it, but Cedar Ridge is one of those we're a little bit concerned about because they're pretty good.
One of our longtime fans out there probably know where Cedar Ridge is at.
Yeah.
It's a consolidation, I think, of Cord Charlotte and Newark. And the campus is at Newark, Arkansas, between Newport and Batesville. But they go by the name Cedar Ridge, and they are the Timberwolves.
Definitely a drive, no doubt about that. It is a
drive into the from the hills into the flatlands to get to Newark, Arkansas. Well, we're ready for basketball, Blaze. Let's see which team has enough legs left tonight.
Let's see.
It's a nice crowd in here tonight. Great number of Bobcat fans made the trip. I guess you come over the mountain, I guess, from Leslie over to here.
Yep, Highway 66. Speaking of that, you know they're going to redo that, right?
You know, I've never been across that road.
They are fixing to redo all of that, and it's pretty wild. It's going to go right through where Ryan's is, and that whole bridge area is going to be gone, yeah.
Wow, that's going to give a totally different look to Leslie, Arkansas.
Yes.
And I love to go into Ryan's.
They got good food.
Marshall has it to open the ball game, and they'll take a 3 to start it, and they knock it down. Cole Harness gets the Bobcats on the board.
He came to us. He's been a Marshall resident for a long time. His family's from Marshall. But he went over to Conway St. Joseph and played for them. And then this year he's come back to play for us. He is excellent.
Quickly down the floor, shot no good. And there's going to be a foul on Marshall. Yeah, I came tonight from Clinton, so if you take the road 16 to Shirley, it's bad. Then you get from Shirley to Mountain View, and it's worse.
Yeah, you had the real bad road.
If you've ever made that trip before. It goes from bad to worse. Mountain View with the basketball. And they're working against a kind of a 1-2-2 zone by Marshall. Inside, knocked away by Harness, but Mountain View keeps it. 15 on the shot clock. As they work the perimeter, Johnson takes a 3, knocks it down. Colin Johnson with the basket. He's a junior. He is the son of the PA announcer, if you can hear him in the background, Kevin Johnson. He's also the radio voice of the Mountain View Yellow Jackets. 3-3 were tied early here in Mountain View. Three-point shot looked good, bounced off the rim, and now Mountain View has it quickly in the front court. 1-on-2 all the way to the basket. Layup good. And Vickers with the basket. And now Mountain View leads 5-3. Mountain View in a 1-3-1 zone defense. Got some length there, Blaze, and Mountain View's.
I'm telling you one thing, if Peyton DePriest, if he gets hot tonight on them threes, I mean,
Peyton DePriest knocks down the three, puts Marshall back in the lead, and Johnson goes out of bounds, and the ball's going to belong to Marshall.
We've got several three-point shooters, and if they get going tonight, we'll rack up them threes quick.
Marshall's already 2 for 2 on the three-point attempts. The only shot they missed was a layup. Trapped in the corner, gets it away inside. Double teamed again there. Now stolen by Mountain View. Down the floor quickly, and an errant pass goes out of bounds. And Johnson thought it was intended for somebody else. The ball sailed out of bounds. Sam Fletcher with the pass. Marshall with the lead and the basketball. Drops it inside. Back to the basket. Now tries to get to the hole, and he stepped on the inline. Ball goes over to Mountain View.
Their out of bounds mark is not real big. It's pretty small.
3 seniors on this lineup for Mountain View: Beck Morrow, Sam Fletcher, and pass near midcourt, almost backcourt. But Mountain View saves it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Trapped in the corner on the baseline. Almost stolen away again. Finally it's stolen away. Now they're going to call Marshall for a travel. Good hustle though by Harness. Knocked the ball away, took control of it, but fell to the floor and got called for the travel. Johnson with the basketball. Long three off the top of the backboard. Rebound Harness down the floor. 2-on-2. Behind the back pass. Now they'll set up the offense. Smart play there by Harness. And shot down the baseline, no good. And ball knocked away by Marshall, but they're going to signal a foul on the Bobcats. And that's going to go on Jesse Ragland, his first foul. Marshall leads 6-5. We've played 3.5 minutes so far here in the first quarter. Johnson's shot off the mark, and Harness has it into the front court. Harness will shoot a left-handed three off the mark, no good, and Marshall's going to get whistled for a foul again on the rebound.
No. Who's it on?
Peyton DePriest with a foul, his first. Team foul. Already 3 fouls here in the first 4 minutes for Marshall.
We play really aggressive defense, maybe a little too aggressive at times.
Mountain View with the basketball. Johnson will take a left wing three, no good. And Marshall has the rebound. DePriest with the basketball, and he's fouled by Johnson. And that'll be the first foul of the night on Johnson and Mountain View. Jack Newton checks in from Mountain View. Marshall trying to get it in, finally does. Out near midcourt. Ragland, ball poked away, picked up by Mountain View. Both teams scored quickly out of the chute, and now we've gone a couple of minutes without a basket. 6-5 still, Marshall leads. 3:23 left in the first quarter. Working the perimeter against that Marshall zone defense. Spin move, lane, kicks to the corner. Johnson's got a wide open look, misses it, and it goes out of bounds in the corner, belongs to Marshall.
Bryce thought about going to get it, but he's like, no, it'll be our ball.
Harness in the front court, working the point. Down in the corner. Back out to Harness. Cross court pass. Tries to get it inside. Knocked away by Mountain View down the floor. 3-point shot Johnson, no good. But Mountain View will run it in the corner, double team. And Mountain View keeps possession out near midcourt. Beck Morrow with the basketball. He was a part of that 8-man football team this year for Mountain View. Shot for 3, no good.
They had a really good football team.
Yeah, they ended up winning the large school division in the 8-man football. And ball knocked away. Ball bounced off to Priest, picked up by Mountain View. And now they'll throw it away. We hadn't scored in about 4 minutes, Blaze, either team.
The scorekeeper, they're getting a break.
Trevor Downs checks in from Mountain View. Sam Fletcher will check out.
But I think that'll change pretty quick.
Each team scored their first couple of possessions. Nobody scored since. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Marshall. Inbounds. Down front. Cross-court pass in front of the Mountain View bench. They'll turn down a 3 there, get it to Harness. Tries to get it inside to Ragland, but it's poked away, and another turnover. And Mountain View has it into the front court. That's Johnson. Back out to the wing to Downs. Back to Johnson. Gets it to Beck in front of the Marshall bench. 15 on the shot clock. Beck, nothing there. Cross-court pass. Good job by Marshall. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now stolen by Ragland. Ragland into the front court. Gets it to Harness. Layup good on the left side. And the scoring drought is over. And Marshall leads now 8-5 with 1:10 left here in a pretty quick first quarter. Pass is thrown into the end zone, and another turnover from Mountain View. Mountain View may have more turnovers than points right now.
I think you're right. That's not a good thing, though. Well, it is for us.
Marshall with a chance to extend their lead. Drive down the baseline, kick into the corner. The Priest will take a 3. That one's no good, and Ragland battles for the rebound, and he's going to get called for the foul.
That's his second. So it looks like they're going to sub Justin Deckard in for him, yeah.
Team foul number 4. Now full court pressure from Marshall.
Justin Deckard, he's a good player. Anytime Jesse Ragland starts in his fouling, they sub Justin in.
Into the front court. Layup is good. Mountain View finally scores. That was Trevor Downs. 8-7, Marshall leads. We got 30 seconds left and the shot clock is off. The Priest 3, no good. Both teams right now cold beyond the arc. And it looks like Mountain View may get the final shot of the quarter. We've got 15 seconds left. Out to Beck Morrow. Cross court, 10 seconds left. Drives, kicks, corner, 3, no good. Rebound tipped away by the Priest. 1 second. Morrow's shot is no good at the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter of play, it's the Marshall Bobcats 8, Mountain View Yellow Jackets 7 right here on the Bobcat Sports Network.
It's a good game.
Good game so far. The girls' game was a good game. It was really tight for only about 3 quarters and 6 minutes until finally Mountain View went on a 13-0 run to put the game away. But a good showing by the Lady Bobcats in the first one. I think the Lady Bobcats are now 5-4 on the season. And Mountain View now improves to 4-2 on the season in girls basketball. And as I said, the Bobcats will be back in action on the 29th. That's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. The Bobcats will travel to Cedar Ridge, open conference play. Blaze, you got a weather report for Thanksgiving? Everybody wants to know what Thanksgiving's going to be.
It's probably going to be cold. Honestly, I've been so busy I haven't even looked really for the Thanksgiving weather report, but we'll put it out there on the Blizzard and Blaze weather page.
I got a brother-in-law in Clinton. He waits for your weather report.
Does he really?
Every time, yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we'll let you know what it's going to do, but I figure it's going to be cold. Hey, it snowed this morning. Did you get any snow?
We had a few flakes at Clinton, and that was enough to the kids think they could get out of school. It just takes 1 or 2 flakes. They're ready to go home.
Yeah.
But they went to school all day in Clinton.
We did too.
Pass, layup, good. Mountain View opens the second quarter with the ball and a basket. And that's number 5 for Mountain View. And Mountain View takes the lead now 9-8. Just underway.
He thought about it.
In the second quarter. That basketball way for Mountain View is by Jack Newton.
Wow.
And Bobcats answer on the other end. Bryce Griffin, his first basket of the ball game. Marshall retakes the lead. It's 10-9. Pass underneath, saved. Johnson has it. Now Mountain View will try to reset the offense. Johnson will shoot another 3 from the corner. It's no good. And down the floor, DePriest on the run. Poked away by Johnson. Picked up by Beck Morrow. Not a whole lot there. It's 1-on-4. And Mountain View has the basketball. But Marshall has the lead. Fletcher in the corner. To Griffin, to Johnson. Now here on the near side, that's Newton. Beck Morrow working the post. 10-footer off the left wing is good by Sam Fletcher. And Mountain View retakes the lead. I think the lead has changed hands 4 times so far tonight. 3-point shot, no good, but rebound by Marshall. Out front, Harness, he'll take a 3, no good. Marshall's getting some good looks at the 3. I think when they start falling, they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
They are, as you said, good 3-point shooters.
But I think that why they're not falling is because we're tired. We're tired.
Yeah, they talk about the first thing that goes is legs.
Yeah.
You need those legs for shooting. DePriest inside from about 8 feet.
That's one thing, how he does them quick jumpers. And I'm hoping Peyton or Logan Ward tonight does a dunk, because I think that'll really set the energy off quick.
Now Marshall retakes the lead. That's the 5th lead change of the ball game. They lead 12-11. Battle for a loose ball, and it's a jump ball, and belongs to the Bobcats. So far, you can't tell too much leg weirdness from the Bobcats playing the 5th night this week. And you go back to Saturday, I guess it's 6 times in 7 days.
Yeah.
So far, so good for the Bobcats. Still look pretty fresh out there. Chance to extend the lead. Mountain View in the zone defense. Ragland on the bench. He's got a couple of fouls. Tried to poke it inside and knocked away. Beck Morrow with the ball. He'll get it into the front court. Marshall man-to-man. Backdoor cut. Layup is good on the backdoor cut by Trevor Downs. Nice play there. And now Mountain View retakes the lead. 13-12. 6 lead changes now in the ball game, and we're only halfway through the second quarter. DePriest, shot long, rebound Downs. And he gets the ball to Fletcher. And Mountain View in the front court. Now Johnson's alone on the baseline, but he's sealed off. Good defense by Marshall. And forced Marshall to try to reset the offense. Good defense by DePriest. Drive, basket, layup, good. Tough shot there by Vickers, Cameron Vickers. And now Mountain View with their biggest lead of the game at 15-12.
Somebody's going to try a three.
I think Vickers is the younger brother of Shaylin Vickers, an outstanding girl player the last 3 years here at Mountain View. Harness drives, nowhere to go. Now trying to get rid of the ball, finally does. Shot clock under 10. Pull up jumper, shot no good. Rebound Mountain View. Griffin tried to hit that as the shot clock ran down, but no good. And now Beck Morrow drives to the basket, and his layup is no good. Vickers couldn't get the rebound, and now Marshall has it. DePriest keeps it alive, and Mountain View's going to run it down in the backcourt. Play getting a little bit sloppy for both sides now. Johnson scores underneath. And now that is, I think that's 17-12 in the place. Go ahead and change the scoreboard. There it goes. 6 straight points now for Mountain View. Layup inside, DePriest, no good. Going to be a jump ball. Going to go to Mountain View. Marshall led 12-11. Now Mountain View scored 6 straight points to take the 17-12 lead. This Mountain View team was 14-11 last year. Lost in the first round of the district tournament to Newport on a buzzer beater from half court. Shot up and good by Jack Newton. He's got 4 now. And that's 8 straight points for Mountain View. 2:54 left in the first half. Harness, 3, and that was a big one, Blaze. They needed that one.
Yes.
Harness knocks it down, cuts it to 19-15. Second three-pointer of the night for Harness. He's got 6. Beckmar with the ball, down the corner. Drive to the basket, poked away, and another jump ball. And it's going to go to Marshall. And there's a lot of jump balls here for senior boys.
I don't think our coach agreed with that call. I think he was wanting a foul. When you put your hands up like.
The only good part of that is Marshall does get the possession arrow. And Jesse Ragland is checked back in for Marshall. They trail 19-15. They just broke an 8-0 run by Mountain View with that Harness three-pointer. And they'll work the ball at the perimeter. Cross-court pass, DePriest, now a 3. It's good by Bryce Griffin. He's got 5.
Telling you, if our players can get hot on them three-pointers.
All the way over the top of the press. Nobody was back on safety. And Mountain View picks up a basket, but that broke a 6-0 run by Marshall.
Peyton wants a 3. You can tell. Oh, he was wide open under the goal.
DePriest inside, off from about 6 feet away, knocks it down. 21-20, Marshall back within 1. They trailed by 7 just moments ago. 7 points now for DePriest. 1:15 left in the first half. Inside, shot is no good. Rebound Ragland, he's going to be fouled.
There we go.
Only the second team foul of the first half against Mountain View.
I mean, our Marshall fans would have let them know on that call. Because, I mean, his hand was right in his face. So.
That was Cameron Vickers, his first foul. Only 2 team fouls on Mountain View. But only 4 on Marshall, so it's been a pretty clean first half. Marshall a chance to retake the lead. Minute to go here in the first half. DePriest, long 3, knocks it down. And Marshall takes the 23-21 lead. And that is the 7th lead change here in the first half. Bobcats need to stop, Blaze. 40 seconds left in the first half.
Do.
Cross-court pass. Working that Marshall zone defense. They're going to take an early 3, and it's short, but he gets his own rebound. Followed his shot, taken away. Marshall on the run. 3-on-2 to the
Wow.
basket. Nothing there, but there's
Wow.
DePriest to put it back in. DePriest with 5 straight. Marshall trailed by 7. Now they lead by 4. 10 seconds left in the first half. 25-21. Need a stop here. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Mara with the basketball way out on the floor. Tries to drive. Step back. Shot is good off the glass.
Wow.
You couldn't have done anything better on defense than Marshall just did. And Morrow lucked one off the square and into the basket. And as they head to the half, it's Marshall 25, Mountain View 24. Stay with us for the second half on the Marshall Sports Network. My colleague Blaze Thomas back here on the Marshall Bobcat Sports Network. My colleague helping the Bobcats tonight. I'm usually part of the Yellow Jacket Sports Network in Clinton. Glad to help our buddies up in Searcy County.
Hey, you're doing an excellent job. I know there are several people asking, who's calling the game with you? They wanted to know.
Who is that guy? Let's get him out of here.
No, that is not at all what they said. I can assure you of that.
And we're back to action. The Bobcats lead 25-24. It's been a good one. The lead had changed hands 7 times in the first half. Marshall hit 4 3-pointers in the first half. Mountain View has the ball to start the second half, and Beck Morrow is going to be charged with an offensive foul, and the turnover will give the ball to the Bobcats.
Hey, the bands, I guess they're already leaving.
We may have caught a break there. Good bands, but we're 2 feet away, and they're extremely loud.
Yeah.
Marshall will have the basketball. Inbounds on the sideline, knocked out of bounds. They'll keep it.
I think Mountain View is wanting to be out on the Bobcats, but that's not happening.
Marshall led by a point, and then Mountain View scored 8 straight in the second quarter, but the Bobcats came back to get a 1-point lead going into the half. Beck Morrow, if you just tuned in, had an off-balance 3-pointer at the buzzer to cut it to 1, but it was a bank shot off the glass. I don't think he intended it to bank that one, but got a break. DePriest will shoot a 3. He's knocked down and out of bounds. The shot doesn't go, but DePriest is going to get 3 free throws here for Marshall. Peyton DePriest. Peyton had 7 points in the first half, Blaze.
He's pretty solid from the free throw line, too.
First shot is good. As Paul Eels, the great Paul Eels used to say, DePriest eyes it, skies it, and buys it. Hits 2 in a row. Got 1 more.
We have an opportunity to be up 4 points.
27-24. DePriest's shot is short, off of Morrow,
Wow.
out of bounds. And Marshall will have the basketball and a 3-point lead.
Sometimes you wonder if they miss on purpose to get the ball back. I mean, it's a good strategy if it works.
That was a tough rebound, too. It came right down on
Yeah.
top of Morrow's shot.
Wow.
Inside, no good, but another foul. And Bryce Griffin heads to the line. The key to that play was that great entry pass to Griffin on the inside, and Mountain View was forced to foul to stop a layup. Free throw is good. Marshall 3 out of 4 at the line here early in the third quarter. If you're going to win on the road, you need to hit those free throws. And he does.
Just like rebounds.
29-24 now. Full court pressure by Marshall.
They'll either help you or kill you.
Steal knocked away by Harness. There's Griffin. Drops it off to DePriest. Gaza from the corner. Now he's going to give it up to Ragland inside, and Ragland has it taken away by Morrow. And the Bobcats were unselfish. They kept passing the basketball, and now on the other end, a layup by Vickers on the other end. And it's now 29-26. Marshall in the lead. 6:40 left here in the third quarter. Mountain View's won the first 3 games tonight. We need the Bobcats to pull this one out. We don't want a clean sweep by the Yellow Jackets. Of course, Gaza, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Gavi. Shot no good. I even wrote that down. And DePriest's shot no good. There's Ragland for the putback.
He is a foreign exchange student, so his name is not the easiest to say.
And I think y'all have had several of those in the past few years that have been.
We've got a few on our bench. There's one last year that was just, excellent. Richard Rental.
I know y'all they've contributed the last few years. And inside, and about a 6-footer down the baseline.
Take a guess what Richard's number was.
I'm going to say 23.
22.
22. I always think Michael Jordan. Everybody wants his number.
It's true.
Austin McDonald with the basket for Mountain View. He's only a sophomore. That's his first basket of the night. And now Gavi's going to be called for a travel. And Mountain View will have the basketball. 31-28, Marshall clinging to a 3-point lead. They've played every day this week in 6 out of 7. But they've held up so far tonight. That's Fletcher with the ball from Mountain View. Knocks over DePriest. Inside, layup good by Vickers. He's scored 4 here in the third quarter. Now he cuts the Marshall lead down to 1. It was 5. DePriest with the basketball. In the corner to Harness. He'll dribble out front. And pressure there. Cross court pass to Griffin. Tries to get it inside to Ragland. Just about a half second late. And that was poked away.
Wow.
And Mountain View has it. Mountain View now with a chance to take the lead. Johnson down the baseline. His shot short. And ball goes out of bounds. Who's got it? They're going to say Marshall. Crowd starting to thin out just a little bit, Blaze.
Yeah, which I don't know why, because this is a really close game.
Maybe some came to watch the band. I'm not sure.
That might
Harness
be
with a
it.
3. Shot no good. And out of bounds.
It would be interesting if half the people just came to.
In for Marshall, Logan Ward. First time tonight. How tall is he, Blaze?
He is like 6'6".
6'6". And he is guarding the basket right now. Shot from the corner, off the backboard. And
Normally he goes in early, but he's been having a lot of ankle issues. And so they've kind of held him out today in this ball game. Only really brought him in towards this.
And if you're watching on TV, you can tell he's the tallest player on the floor. Ragland spins, shot blocked by Morrow and out of bounds. And Marshall will keep the basketball. 31-30, 4:09 left here in the third quarter. Trevor Downs checks back in for Mountain View. He had a good first half for the Yellow Jackets. DePriest gets it in.
Wow.
And ball knocked away at midcourt, and Mountain View has it. Good hustle by Johnson to keep it alive. To Fletcher. Morrow. Johnson will take the 3. No good. And the rebound comes down to Ward of Marshall. Now he's got the ball in the front court working as a guard. Cross court pass. That's Gavi. And to DePriest. Inside to Ward. Poked away from behind, but that's going to be a foul on Sam Fletcher. Mountain View with only 2 team fouls in the first half. Blaze already has 4 here midway through the third quarter.
Wow.
Ward's going to be fouled again on a great inbounds play by DePriest.
Hate to say it, but there's really no way to stop Logan Ward without fouling.
He's probably 6 inches taller than the next biggest player on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way.
Ward's free throw rims out.
Ward was an excellent receiver during football.
He looks a lot like the Emerton kid from Clinton, who was at the Yellow Jackets' top receiver, long and lanky. Misses both free throws, but Marshall's going to retain possession as Mountain View loses it out of bounds in front of the Marshall bench.
If you're Mountain View, you need to stop that.
That's twice now that they've missed a rebound after a missed free throw. DePriest. Marshall needs to get the offense going again. DePriest drives the baseline, drops it off to Ragland. Nice pass. Ragland lays it in. And Marshall extends the lead now to 33-30 on a nice pass from DePriest to Ragland. Beck Morrow loses the ball, stolen by Ragland. Here comes Griffin, ball poked away, and he's fouled. And that's the 6th team foul already at the 3:21 mark. I'm hoping, yep, there he goes, 6 on the board. The Bobcats will be shooting free throws for the final 11 minutes and 21 seconds. That could be the difference in the ball game before it's all said and done.
Big deal.
No team fouls against Marshall. Ragland on the perimeter now. He'll settle into the post area. Him and Ward, two big post players on the inside. Now Ragland steps out into the corner. Ward trying to get open. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Gavi knocks it down. 3-point basket, 36-30. Marshall's rebuilt the lead.
Sorry, I told you wrong. It's Govey.
Govey.
I'm sorry. I'm not with it today.
2.5 to go inside. Ball knocked away. What's the call? They're going to say Marshall stepped on the inline, but 5 straight points now for Marshall. They push the lead back up to 6. On the road here at Mountain View. This would be a big win for the Bobcats to win here. 3-point shot short. Rebound. Griffin.
Some contact there.
To DePriest. To Govey. And out front to Harness. Harness opened the ball game tonight with a 3-point basket. Ragland fakes the 3, now tries to drive, gets it to Griffin. His shot rolls in, rolls out. There's Ragland back up, and he's fouled. Great work around the basket by Ragland.
No doubt contact there.
And Mountain View's going to take a timeout. That's the 3rd foul on Beck Morrow, team foul number 7. And when we come back, Ragland's going to be shooting a pair of free throws, and Marshall is 4 out of 5 in the second half at the free throw line.
Wow.
And, I think free throws shoot a high percentage during the second half. Marshall could get out of here with a victory. They're going to shoot a lot from this point on. No school next week at Marshall?
That's correct.
All right, no school next week. If you're the kids, you don't want snow next week. You only want snow when you can miss school.
Yeah.
One of my favorite holidays on Thursday. It's a good eating holiday, Blaze.
Absolutely. But we don't want to forget about what happens on Friday.
That's true.
It's Black Friday. Go shopping.
Biggest shopping days of the year.
Yeah. But I don't want to take anything away from Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving's great.
It's true.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Black Friday's better than Thanksgiving.
I usually start eating on about Wednesday and stretch it on into Saturday. So.
Yeah. I think we're having a big family get-together on Wednesday is what I think we're doing. So, I mean a big one.
Leftovers for a couple of days. You can't beat it.
No, you can't.
Ragland to the line with a chance to extend the 6-point Marshall lead, and misses the first one. If there is any leg weariness, you'll probably notice it at the free throw line. And Ragland misses them both, and he got a whistle. And they're going to get Griffin with a foul. But that's only the first foul on Marshall in the second half, and only Griffin's second. 2 minutes left in the third. Marshall leads by 6. Low-scoring game, 36-30. Johnson with the basketball. Looking inside for Vickers, nothing there. Cross-court pass now in the corner. Downs with the basketball. Gets it to Newton in the corner. Shot clock's under 10. Now 6, 5. Newton, Ragland all over him. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Morrow shot, no good. Battle for the boards,
Wow.
and there's Logan Ward with the rebound, and he's fouled 55 feet from the basket, and he's going to go to the free throw line. And I think I said this in the first game. Those are the fouls that drive coaches crazy. You're in the 1-and-1, and you foul somebody 55 feet from the basket.
Yeah. That's uncalled for.
Ward 0 for 2 at the line. Hits the first one. 7-point lead now for Marshall. 1:26 left in the third. Ward hits no, it rolls in and out. There's Griffin. Shot is good. Wow, what a play by Griffin.
We're up 9 points.
Griffin's got 9 himself. Bobcats lead by 9. It's 39-30. It was 31-30 just moments ago. 8 straight points for the Bobcats. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Mountain View. Bobcats on the surge here. Like to get that lead into double figures. Mountain View out front. That's Downs. He'll pull up for three. That's off. Rebound Ward. Gets it out. Govey down the floor, or Govey, and down the floor, but stolen away by Mountain View.
I figure Peyton DePriest is going to try to dunk it.
Beckmore.
When you give him a break like that, he's going to try it. I'm just waiting for him to do it.
If the ball would have got to him there, just knocked away by Mountain View.
I always tell him, I say, look, you dunk, especially at the visitors' place, I will go crazy.
Johnson shot no good. There's Ward. Ward has really made a difference since he's come in on the boards. Give credit for the rebound there. Mountain View knocked it out of bounds. And Blaze, the Bobcats have a chance to get this lead into double figures with 37 seconds left in the third quarter. They led 25-24 at the half. They've held Mountain View to only 6 points here in the third quarter. DePriest. Govey looking inside. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 22 on the game clock. Ward. Govey shoots a three, in and out. Race for the rebound.
Wow.
Marshall has it. The shot clock's off. Oh, and they throw it away. And Mountain View has it. And now Mountain View throws it away. And DePriest scores. And the lead goes to 11.
11
5
points.
seconds
Wow.
and a foul at midcourt. Mountain View will have it. A foul at midcourt on DePriest. Only his second foul. Wow, what a play there. Looked like
That was interesting.
shot at the buzzer by Morrow. No good. And a great third quarter by the Bobcats as they outscore Marshall in the third quarter 16-6. And they lead 41-30 as we head into the fourth quarter. That play at the end of the quarter there looked like Mountain View got the rebound. The shot clock was off, and they handed it right back to Mountain View. But then Mountain View threw it away. Marshall picked it up and laid it in. And
That was
an 11-point lead as we head into the fourth quarter. I think the fouls are going to be the key too, Blaze. 18 fouls now on Mountain View.
So, now you're going to the line.
Every time, and a couple more fouls, you'll be going to the line shooting two for that 10-foul bonus or double bonus situation.
I've never understood why when they get to 10. Well, I guess. But, I understand the 10-foul rule, but, why do they not put it up on the score? They have 12 fouls, they have 14 fouls, they have.
Let's stop it at 10.
They just stop at 10, and I'm just like, they're fouling more than 10.
What if years ago they put that rule in? They used to shoot 1-and-1s all the way through.
Did they really?
I guess to maybe, yeah. And I guess maybe to speed the game up a little bit, they after 10 they'd give you 2. But yeah, at one point there was 1-and-1 every time.
Which, in some situations that helps, but in some it doesn't.
Well, it was 31-30. Marshall scored 10 straight points to end the quarter, and they get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Mike Hawley here along with Blaze Thomas bringing you Marshall Bobcat basketball on the Marshall Bobcat Sports Network. Ragland with the ball to Griffin. Griffin had a big basket in that 10-0 run. Looking inside for Ward. Also, Ward came into the ball game during that 10-0 run. Ragland near side, 15 on the shot clock. Marshall pretty deliberate here on this possession. Inside, knocked away, but picked up by Ward, and he lays it in with a lot of body contact.
Wow.
I think that pass was intended maybe for Griffin, knocked away, but there was Ward to pick it up and lay it in, and Marshall with their biggest lead of the game now, 43-30. Johnson with the ball. Marshall in the zone. All over Johnson, can't get rid of the ball. Finally knocks it off Govey and out of bounds. Mountain View will have it, but only 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Ward now with 3 points on the night, but he's also really changed it on defense on the other end. Fletcher with the ball, and timeout Mountain View. When they come back, there'll only be 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, if you're Mountain View, you've got to change the game plan up because that's not working.
Yeah, it seems like as Ward's come into the game now, they can't really get anything inside. And the Marshall guards are really getting all over the perimeter. One thing, if you can keep the lead, you can forget you're tired. It's when you get behind a lot of times, you start, I'm not feeling too well, but Marshall can keep the lead, have enough adrenaline going to play through what has been a long week of basketball for the Bobcats.
I know one thing as a broadcaster. I'm thankful for the break.
Let's give your voice a workout this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know how that went. I didn't have a voice. And it's coming back semi, but it still sounds awful. I do not. It's not my normal radio voice.
I usually get that the first game of the year. I'll have a scratchy sore throat after that, talking for a couple of hours. And kind of like anything else, I guess it gets more used to it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Now there's only 6 seconds.
Wow.
On the shot clock. See what Mountain View can do here. Had a long inbounds pass. Don't foul.
There could have been a foul there.
2 seconds. Marshall. One, no good. And there's Harness for the rebound. Yeah, that foul would have reset the shot clock. And now Marshall has it and a 13-point lead. Inside, Ward drops it off to Ragland. His layup's good. Ward from the free throw line, Ward from the field, and now Ward with an assist. Great job by Ragland to come flying down the baseline. Johnson gets the ball underneath. I don't think it was intended for him, but he got it. And Ward got the rebound, but he steps out of bounds. And
we're stepping out a lot on that side. It almost makes me wonder if that goal is just a tad bit closer.
Yeah, the wall's pretty close on that end.
Yeah.
We're in the end zone down here with seating. And a three-point shot finally from Mountain View. Cayman Victor's with a three-point basket. He's got 7 points. Now the lead cut to 12, 45-33. Clock winding down towards 6 minutes. Govey, cross-court pass to Harness. Looks inside, nothing there. Back cross-court to Govey. And ball knocked away by Morrow. DePriest tries to run it down, but knocks it out of bounds. He may have stopped the layup, though. Good hustle by DePriest. And the clock now under 6 minutes. 5:59 left in this one. Morrow with the basketball. Inside, Fletcher drops it off to McDonald. His layup good. The sophomore scores. He's got 4, and now the lead back to 10. Can't rest yet. Ragland with the ball in the corner. Mountain View's going to step up their defense. And now the ball knocked away, but Ragland gets it back. Layup is no good, but he's fouled by Johnson. And a good break by Marshall that time. Looked like the ball was stolen, but it came loose, and Ragland was there to pick it up. Very opportunistic. And as me and Blaze talked during the timeout, free throws could win this one for the Bobcats, and he hits the first one.
Well, and again, the team fouls. It's 9-3, so I mean it's a little lopsided, but.
And the next one.
I don't think we're fouling, but I think we've fixed our defense now where we're holding them, but we're not fouling.
Ragland hit them both. He's 2 for 4. The next foul on Mountain View, and the Bobcats will be shooting 2 the rest of the way, and that takes a lot of pressure off when you're shooting 2 instead of a 1-and-1. Beck Morrow up top. Marshall leads by 12 again. It was a tight first half. The lead changed hands 7 times, but Marshall led by 1 at the half and have never trailed in the second half. Led by 13 at one point. Johnson drives. McDonald, shot no good. Rebound, Harness. 5 minutes left in this one. DePriest quickly in the floor. Nothing there. Smart play by Payton, and he gets it back out. Sets the offense, comes back to him, tries to drop it inside to Ragland. That was a tough ball to catch there. A lot of hands in that one. Down the floor, shot no good. Going to be a blocking foul on Govey. And that'll send Vickers to the line for Mountain View. Vickers has 7 tonight as he goes to the line. 4:48 left. Vickers hits the first one. Only the 4th team foul on Marshall. Vickers misses the second one. And there's Griffin with the rebound. Gets it to Harness. Griffin in the front court to Govey. Drops it in the corner to Priest. Once again tries to drop it off to Ragland. Another tough ball to catch. And now quickly down the floor. And shot by Fletcher, no good, but he's fouled twice in a row.
Wow.
Marshall tried to drop that bounce pass into a post player. Very difficult to catch.
Yeah.
A lot of hands for that pass to go through.
I think that's one thing their coach said. We cannot let them have that ball. Because you know if Jesse Ragland gets the ball right there, he's making it. And so I think that's what they've kind of adjusted defensive-wise for Mountain View. And they've done an excellent job. They shut that down. Marshall's not having success on that play.
Yeah, he went back door a couple times this half and scored. Well, Fletcher hits them both, and the lead is 9. The first time it's been in single digits for a while. 4:29 left. The clock is not running. There it goes. It's slow to get the clock on there. 47-38. Marshall leads. Priest, the ball stolen away, and a foul on Harness. That'll be team foul number 6. And the Bobcats are getting a little bit careless. I'm not sure if they may be getting a little bit tired right now. And a good timeout called by Marshall. Now, talking it over a little bit with the strategy, but maybe just a chance to sit down and get a drink of water would be big at this point. (47-38). Bobcats trying to finish this one off, Blaze.
Yeah, they're the end is in sight for sure. And right now it looks like, we're
Mountain View won the first 3 games of the night. The girls' game was really tight for 3.5 quarters before Mountain View went on a, I think, 11-0 run late in the ball game to pull away.
That's somewhat what's happened in this game, but except it's reversed.
It's the good guys.
It's Marshall, yeah, exactly.
At Clinton, we call these the other Yellow Jackets. The blue ones.
The blue ones.
Yeah. We all know Yellow Jackets are black and gold.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I've never seen a blue Yellow Jacket.
And we're back to action. There's a steal by Ragland. That's a big play and a great timeout as the Marshall comes out of the timeout and gets a steal. DePriest for 3. Yes! That timeout was perfect as Marshall comes out and gets a steal and adds a 3.
Boom.
And the lead's back to 12.
He's been waiting on that all night.
And Mountain View throws it away. I'm going to say the coach was right on with that timeout. It was perfect. And now Marshall is, I would say, retaking control here after Mountain View had cut it to 9.
He thought about passing it into Jesse, but again, defenses got to
with the ball. DePriest trapped in the corner. Can he get it out? He does. Govey's going to try to drive behind the back pass, and Ragland is fouled. My goodness, a behind the back bounce pass by Govey, and Ragland is fouled.
So normal passes don't work. So what do? Behind the back.
You need that on the Blaze Thomas highlight reel this week. And Ragland hits a free throw. He's made 3 in a row now, and the lead is back to 13. Second shot is good. Biggest lead of the night for the Bobcats. It was down to 9, and now it's 14. 5 straight points after the timeout. And Marshall has it in the front court. There's 3 minutes left in this one. Beck Morrow to Johnson. His 3 is off the rim. No good. There's Griffin. And he's fouled, and we're going to walk 94 feet, Blaze, and shoot a couple of free throws. That's the 11th team foul on Mountain View. I'm feeling better, Blaze.
Yeah.
I was getting a little nervous again when it got to 9.
Especially because Mountain View, they can shoot 3s, and they're pretty, especially that Johnson kid, he's pretty good behind the 3-point line.
And Griffin misses the first free throw. They've shot a lot of free throws, or a lot of 3-pointers tonight, that's for sure. That's the first free throw miss of the night for Griffin. He was 2 for 2 until that one. 2:59 left. Free throw is good. I think free throws can keep Mountain View at bay from this point. 53-38, biggest lead of the game for Mountain View. Now they throw it away in the backcourt, and that'll be an over and back. And the ball goes over to the Bobcats, and it's been all Marshall since that timeout, Blaze.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Coach Smith a star for that one. Govey out front. Cross court. Looking. Now inside. That's Ragland. And he drops it off for the layup. Nice backdoor cut by Griffin. And a great pass by Ragland. And Marshall's now pulling away in this one. They lead by 17.
Crowd.
Morrow takes a three, and he finally hits one by Beck Morrow, and Mountain View will quickly take a timeout. Morrow hit a three-pointer way back in the first minute of the game, and he hadn't hit one since.
So you call a timeout. You're down pretty bad.
You know, Griffin now with 5, 7, 9, or 12 points for Bryce Griffin now.
That coach obviously has a game plan to maybe get back in this game.
Yeah, we may come out of the timeout, maybe see them probably in some type of a press here, because they're going to need a lot of possessions to get back. Marshall leads 55-41 in this one.
But if they do anything wrong, they foul. We're going to the line.
I like the Marshall guards. I like Harness and DePriest there.
Yeah.
You know, they can probably slash through this full court press, and that's what we see as we go back to action. Is Mountain View's going to pick up. It looks like a 1-2-2 full court press, and Govey has it to DePriest, to Griffin, still working, trying to get across the timeline.
You're right, they are pressing.
And they finally do. They get it to Griffin. 20 seconds on the shot clock. In the corner, now dumps it into Ragland. One-on-one inside, turning. Now ball knocked away. And, they're going to call Marshall for the foul. And that's team foul number 7 as Griffin tried to reach in. Once Ragland got it inside, about 3 Mountain View Yellow Jackets came down on top of him and poked it away.
He didn't agree with that call. He looked at the ref, he's like,
Griffin tried to reach back in and get that one and call for the foul. Bad thing there, it stops the clock with 2 minutes left. Marshall leads by 14. Sam Fletcher at the line. He's 2 for 2 tonight from Mountain View. And he makes the first one. 55-42, and now the official will check a wet spot on the floor. And he says we're good to go, Blaze.
It almost, you could hear it, that it had a little bit of something. He's like, there's 2 minutes.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's finish this.
Fletcher hits them both. He's 4 for 4, 55-42, working against backcourt pressure.
Whoa.
Almost threw it away, but there's Govey with the catch, or Gavi. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Inside, gets it out. DePriest, wide open 3, no good. Rebound comes to Fletcher, knocked away, but goes out of bounds. Almost picked
So
Fletcher's
close.
pocket there.
So close.
1:40 left, 12-point lead. Marshall didn't want to foul, want to keep that clock moving. Out front, Fletcher, Morrow. Morrow will take a longer 3 this time. It's an air ball and out of bounds, and that was way out of range there. Probably, close to 26, 27 feet out there.
That's an NBA 3.
That was from downtown Mountain View. Front court, Ragland, and a good play by Ragland. Pull it back out, keep the clock running. Griffin in the middle. Cross court pass. That's Harness. Now to DePriest. Back to Griffin. Playing keep away out front. Shot clock down to 12. Game clock down to a minute. Cross court pass to Govey. Inside DePriest. His shot's no good. They used up all the shot clock though. And now into the front court. 50 seconds left. Johnson. Corner. Vickers. They'll have to pass up the 3. And now a drive inside by Fletcher.
I think Mountain View could have got called on a walk for that one.
Johnson, good job by Marshall. Mountain View can't get a 3-point shot off. It took them, they finally get a layup, but it took 23 seconds off the shot clock just to get that. And they do score. Mountain View takes a timeout. It's 55-45.
Wow.
33 seconds left.
Did you see that, though? He went up and almost shot it, but then it came back down. He got lucky on that one. Did you see that?
Yeah, the Marshall players really hushed them, too, because it took everything for them to finally get a shot off after 23 seconds. Marshall did a really good job of covering the perimeter. It's almost the point here you give up a 2, just don't give up a 3. So the Marshall defense was really, really scrambling outside the three-point line, stopping those three-point attempts. Been a good night for the Bobcats. They've been impressive tonight, Blaze. They have been impressive. After playing 5 games in 6 and 7 days, they've been really easy to let down tonight. But, man, they have on the road, hostile environment. And, man, you got to really be impressed by the Marshall senior boys tonight. And with a win, they will be 4-4. They finish this one off. Inbounds against the pressure. 30 seconds left in this one. See if Mountain View wants to foul or just let it go. Shot clock is off, and Mountain View's going to be called for a foul. And
let me ask you this, just out of curiosity. I mean, when you're down like that, 10 points, and there's 20-something seconds, why do you foul?
That's true there.
I mean, a lot can happen in 24 seconds. I'm not saying you can't change the game, but you have to score 10 points, and, you know.
Griffin misses both free throws.
I don't understand.
55-45, 20 seconds left. And long three-pointers, good by Beck Morrow. They're going to take another timeout. That cuts it to 7. 55-48. Stranger things have happened, Blaze. But
I may need to keep my mouth shut.
You know, the game is going to be changed some now with the shot clock. And teams like Rural Special Girls, Concord Boys, they were known for holding the basketball for long stretches of the game. All that's going to be gone now. So I think we're going to see the end of games are going to be a little bit different now with the shot clock. You don't always have to foul anymore. You can play defense and hope the shot clock runs out.
That's good.
But it'll be a different type of basketball now in the state of Arkansas with everybody using the shot clock.
And I think it's really good practice, you know, to do the shot clock, because when you get to college level, there is a shot clock.
Yep. And I think the players, they played with it this summer around the stadium team camp, so they got used to it, I think, and I think the fans will enjoy the shot clock. 15 seconds left. Marshall just needs to get the ball in bounds and wait and see if Mountain View wants to come foul. If you can't get it in bounds, take a timeout. You got some timeouts remaining. Looks like Marshall has 4 timeouts left. Trying to get it in, Finally does, and they drop it on the end line.
No.
And it's going to go over to Mountain View. That's one of those situations, if you have a marginal pass, don't throw it. Just go ahead and take a timeout. You got 4 left. Now Mountain View's going to have it with 14.3 seconds left. And they get it in. Morrow's hit 3 threes in the game, takes one there, misses everything, and battle for the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Marshall with 7.9 seconds left. And they'll send Sam Fletcher to the line. He's 4 for 4. You don't want a foul. Allows Mountain View to score with the clock turned off. Fletcher is. Shot's no good. He's now 4 out of 5. Marshall led 55-40, I believe, at one point. Now it's 55-48. Fletcher's second shot is good. And 55-49. Game down to 6.
Now they're going to foul us.
And now they foul. They got it within 2 possessions there at 6 points, but now Raglan or DePriest will have 2 free throws, and if he just hits one here, Blaze, that'll be a 3-possession ball game.
Yeah, and I think pretty well can seal the deal.
Just needs one of these. First one is good. And that may do it. That's a 3-possession lead now, 56-49, a 7-point lead. One more is good. He's 4 out of 5 in the game, and it's 57-49, 8-point lead. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Vickers will take a 3 at the buzzer. It's good, but not enough for Mountain View as the Marshall Bobcats come into Mountain View and come away with a big road victory over the Mountain View Yellow Jackets, the Class 3A Yellow Jackets. Final score, Marshall 57, Mountain View 52. Marshall now 4-4 on the season. And I think, Blaze, they'll take a much-needed week off after playing 6 games in 7 days.
Absolutely. It's a week off that I need myself.
Everybody needs a break and regroup here, but a great job tonight by the Marshall Bobcats, and teams will meet at center court for a post-game prayer. Blaze, tell us again next time the Bobcats play.
You said it was going to be Tuesday, right?
Tuesday the 29th at Cedar Ridge. That's in Newark, Arkansas, and that's the conference opener. So Bobcat fans, if you can't make it, I'm sure Blaze can bring you every second of it here on the Marshall.
We'll bring it. By then I'll have my voice back, I'm sure. So
he'll be back in 100% form by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I want to thank Blaze for letting me come up and help. It's been an honor to work on the Marshall Bobcat Network.
I want to thank you for coming on. You've done an excellent job. You've done an excellent job.
It's fun, though. The Marshall teams are good. They're fun to watch. And anytime you need me, just let me know.
I'll be calling you more. Don't worry.
Does that wrap it up, Blaze, for the broadcast tonight?
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you for joining us here on this broadcast. And thank you, Mike Hawley, for coming on the broadcast. You did a great job. So.
I might mention before we get off, if anybody still wants to watch basketball, there'll be 2 good games at Clinton Tuesday night at Yellow Jacket Arena. The Clinton Senior Girls are going to take on Class 5A Russellville.
Wow.
You won't see that very often, getting them to visit a smaller school. And the next game, these 2 teams haven't played in a long time. It was a pretty big rival at one point. Clinton and Shirley Senior Boys are going to play the second game, and Shirley has a really good team this year. And so if you want to get out and watch some basketball, if you need more, you can come down to Clinton on Tuesday.
Are y'all live streaming?
We'll be live streaming Tuesday.
You'll be live streaming. Yep. Awesome.
And so that'll be on the KHPQ, YouTube, and Facebook.
Awesome.
And so, that'll be good. But the Bobcats back in action. That's the main thing. Tuesday the 29th at Cedar Ridge.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Good night, everybody. Marshall Sports Network.